This is case number 2513699FH, people of the state of Michigan versus Tandon Hall. We're here for a pretrial conference. The court's been advised that this is going to be a no contest plea. Is that correct, Ms. Frisbee?
It is, Your Honor. The basis is that he has a parental rights case that's pending as a result of the child abuse charge.
And do you want to plead no contest today, Mr. Hall? I can't hear you.
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
All right. Raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear, oath, or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Walburn, would you put the agreement on the record, please?
Sure, I got one small issue for the court. I think I can clarify it very quickly. I indicated to Ms. Frisbee that her client could plead to fleeing third degree and child abuse third degree, dismiss the balance. I had sentencing guidelines at 12 to 24, and I indicated I would cap the maximum of the minimum at 15 months. So I was looking at child abuse third this morning before court, Your Honor, and that requires actual physical harm, which I don't think I have.
Okay.
If there's no objection from Ms. Frisbee, this is a better offer for her client. I would do fleeing third degree and child abuse fourth degree. I reran the guidelines. It brings them down to 5 to 23 on the minimum, Your Honor. And I'd be willing to provide the same cap of 15 months.
All right.
We'll still accept that offer.
Mr. Walburn, do you have?
I do. I have child abuse fourth. I printed child abuse third, Your Honor, and that's how I became aware it doesn't apply. Not for a trial.
Yes, sir.
What is the third? It's the court.
I'll just give it back to you in just a sec.
All right, sounds good. Obviously, Your Honor, that's a misdemeanor, so the PRB will change by 10 points. That's how they by the guidelines went down.
Okay, all right. So, Mr. Hall, the charges that you're entering a no contest plea to read as follows. That on or about November 11, 2025, that you were in the city of Fremont, Royal County, state of Michigan, count 1, fleeing, eluding in the third degree. That you were the driver of a motor vehicle to whom was given a visual or audible signal by hand, voice, emergency light, or siren by Ethan Berry, a police officer who was in uniform and whose vehicle was identified as an official police vehicle, and who was acting in lawful performance of his duties, directing you to bring your motor vehicle to a stop, and that you did willfully fail to obey that direction by increasing the speed of the vehicle, and a portion of the violation occurred in an area where the speed limit was 35 miles an hour or less, whether that speed limit was posted or imposed as a matter of law. This is a felony which carries up to 5 years in prison and or a $1,000 fine plus cost. The Secretary of State shall suspend your driving privileges for 1 year. You understand count 1, the maximum penalty. And they're adding the count 6, I guess, child abuse fourth degree, same day, same location, that you did knowingly or intentionally commit the following acts that under the circumstances pose an unreasonable risk of harm or physical injury to a child, and that would be the acts that were involved in the fleeing, eluding in the third degree. Driving in excess of 100 miles an hour, running various stop signs, leading the police on a 35-mile chase. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
That's a misdemeanor which carries up to 1 year in jail or probation for up to 5 years. Do you understand that charge and the maximum penalty?
Yes, sir.
In exchange for your plea to those 2 offenses, they're dismissing the child abuse second degree, which is a 10-year felony, alcohol in a motor vehicle, a 90-day misdemeanor, driver's license suspended second, a 1-year misdemeanor, and unlawful use of a plate, a 90-day misdemeanor. Is that your understanding of how the charges are being resolved?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, you have a sentencing agreement that should be sentenced consistent with the advisory guidelines. The prosecution has provided an estimate of 5 to 23 months. Do you understand that your actual guidelines could be higher or lower than that?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that as long as 15 months falls within the range of guidelines, as I score them at the time of sentencing, you have an agreement that any upfront jail or prison time would not exceed 15 months. Do you understand that?
Yes,
You also understand that if you're sentenced to a county jail term, that you would be consenting to a term of probation. Is that your complete understanding of the plea agreement in this case?
yes, sir.
Have you had sufficient opportunity to discuss the original charges, this amended charge, and the plea agreement with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
And subject to the plea agreement, how do you wish to plead?
No contest.
Any objection, Mr. Waldron?
No, Your Honor.
The court does find that under these circumstances, a no contest plea is appropriate. And Mr. Hall, do you understand with a no contest plea, you're not admitting these charges, but you're no longer denying them? The court's been provided a copy of the police report, and if I find that the elements of these offenses are contained therein, I would find you guilty. You understand that? You'd be convicted of these two offenses. They'd be on your record, just as if you had pled guilty or you were found guilty at trial. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You'd be subject to sentencing according to this plea agreement. You understand that? You also understand that if I accept your no contest plea, you're giving up your right to have a trial of any kind.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're also giving up all the rights you could have at a trial. We've listed those rights for you on a written rights and rights sheet that you signed yesterday. Did you read that document?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Did you understand those rights?
Yes, sir.
Did you go over those rights with your attorney?
Yep.
Has anyone threatened you to get you to make this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone promised you an outcome different than we put on the record?
No.
You're entering this plea of your own free will.
Yes, sir.
You understand that if I accept your no contest plea, you're giving up the right to later claim that this plea was not your choice.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that I'm not bound by this plea agreement, but if I don't go along with it, you can withdraw your, you now give up your right to a trial of any kind, all those rights that you have at that trial, and do you still want to plead no contest?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the court has had an opportunity to review the police report. I do find that the elements of both of these offenses are contained therein, and that the defendant was the driver of a motor vehicle. There was an indication that the officer activated his lights to pull this vehicle over and had a plate that was not registered to it. The defendant then led the police through a chase through a residential neighborhood, and then basically all over the county for 35 miles. Ran numerous stop signs. Was going in excess of 100 miles an hour at some points. Fishtailing, almost losing control, extremely hard braking, swerving to avoid stop sticks, and he had a female passenger that was pregnant in the vehicle, and also a child in a car seat in the vehicle as well. Given those extreme circumstances, the court does find that the elements of both of these offenses are contained therein. Are the attorneys aware of any promises, threats, or inducements which have not been stated on the record?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Is he competent to enter this plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Has the court complied with MCR 61302?
I have, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
And the court does find the plea to be understanding, voluntary, and accurate. I'm going to refer you to the probation department for the preparation of the pre-sentence investigation report.
4-hour police chase, residential streets, a child and a pregnant passenger inside the car. When this case reached a Michigan courtroom, the atmosphere changed instantly. In this video, you'll see how the judge reacts as the full details come out, and why prosecutors called it one of the most dangerous chases they'd seen. If you follow real courtroom cases, true crime, and justice in action, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss what happens next in cases like this.